Oh, okay. So, um, yeah, I don't know. So his looks a little bit more like warp speedy than mine, but he wants us to rotate 180 degrees. um, okay. So this is our basic star field, he says. He says what we want is a star field that tells a story of stellar evolution with clusters and deep space and such. So, it says this is the intuitive part of the process, which I guess he means the part where the tutorial stops being a tutorial and becomes a follow your feelings type of exercise. Alright, so okay, so he just says go nuts. Okay, well, so we want it to kind of look like that, I guess. So we take the eraser, and let's do something kind of like this. Wait. Okay, so he kind of wants us to just kind of go like this and make some squishy crap here, and then also he wants us to kind of do it down here a little bit. Okay. So right now, what you're watching is me telling the story of stellar evolution. So that's just awesome. Alright, so I'm going to do one last little bit, and then I think we'll probably be good. It's kind of just with some of these small ones. Alright, cool. There we go. I'm happy with the results. Once you're all done and have a sad, pathetic star field. This guy's mean. No. Alright, so we flatten the image now. And then it says we get the clone tool. I had no idea this was going to be so... Where's the clone tool? There, is that it? Right there? Yeah. I didn't realize there was going to be so much possibility for interpretation in this tutorial. I really thought it was going to be way more straightforward. So, is this timer running? Yeah. So, the idea here is to now start telling a story with your stars. See, I thought I was doing that. I thought that erasing was me telling a story. Okay, there's no set technique for this process. It's all based on gut instinct and whim.
Stop photoshopping.
You got it. Okay, so okay, so I just did a bunch, then, like I was saying before, that shit crashed on me. I only lost 4 minutes, though, you see, that's why I do that. But I'm not gonna go back through the stuff I did. All I did was I added this, I made it blurry, and then I made it colorful, and then I have mine, and it's shitty compared to his. So, and then he says, so I stopped here. I really want you, I got to read this whole part verbatim so you can really, this guy's got away with words. Okay, so he says that we can add all this extra stuff. That's and the way, it isn't, like, he says this is done here, but we can continue to add stuff, and then he goes on to say, quote, if you truly want to go the extra mile, you can start adding background dust, larger stars, and spatial anomalies. This is entirely up to you. The main point is that your creation is A, distinctly yours, and B, much better than the crap Bryce or any other program that boasts Starfield generation puts out. Why? Because yours is human-made, not based on predictable algorithmic output. So, I'll add some lens flares and camera flares in there just to kind of, how does he do it? I'll finish out with some of these flares. So he says, new layer, black. I'll just do one big one to kind of get the idea. And then he says do render, I guess lighting effects. I guess this is pre-lighting effects part because this is when it's still called, no wait, no, lens flip. No, lens flip. What am I doing? Okay. There we go. So, he doesn't really say what kind to do though. So we're going to do, holy shit. Let's do that one. And let's scale it down. And let's put it, oh my god, heaven. This has turned out so shit. I really had high hopes for this one too, but alright, how much time do I have left here? Alright, so I gotta wrap this up. So let me flatten this. We're gonna save it as oh god, let's save it as, let's find that folder. So I want to save it as my personal star field .jpg. So clearly mine, that's mine, his is much better than mine. And there, he has a couple closing thoughts, so I think I'm going to read those as a way to finish out this tutorial because this guy's got away with words.
Stop photoshopping.
Just wait 1 second. There, computer. The secret. The real secret to Starfields, however, is not just the human touch. It's all in the simple process of never stopping. All the steps I've laid out for you can be repeated, taken out of sequence, etc. In fact, the more oh wait, this isn't, I thought this would be more like Braveheart shit. Oh wait, okay, the last line of that paragraph. It isn't drawn at all. It evolves. And then there's a section labeled frustration, which something tells me this is going to relate just to all art making. Frustration. The frustrating part of all this is that since you're specifically moving away from the computer-generated look, you leave the comfort of a set method or recipe for success in creating stars. Intuition plays a large part in this tutorial, which I am finding hard to account for and explain. For that, I apologize. If you're a relative newcomer to Photoshop, the steps I've listed above should help you on your way, but the real work in creating the look you want is only available through repeated attempts. The old adage, practice makes perfect, is applicable here, much as you may want to shoot me for saying it. Alright, I'm going to stop that here. I'll see you guys for Photoshop number 9.